but I know I was involved. So, I can answer some questions. Yes.
Okay, if anybody has any questions, we'll just kind of do a little line around the...
It'd be funny if nobody had any questions. That would be a really short panel. Like, we're done. We're wrapping it up for the night. No, yes, I'm sure you must have questions.
Did they really only give you 3 rules?
What are the 3 rules?
Don't change the characters' names. There was something about you had to keep the cat from doing something. And I can't remember the last one.
So, this is so interesting when I say there's a lot of mythology around the show. Those 2 things I've never heard before. And I'm not saying they're wrong either. I'm not saying that, what I've always heard is that we had to keep the basic structure of the plot the same. We had to keep all the historical names the same. Like if they were historical names of ghosts, we had to keep those the same. And we had to keep the names of all the characters the same. I was told that beyond that, we were given pretty much free reign. I'm sorry, I need to be, the first thing I want to be clear about is there is a misconception that we all were in on this together. Like, it was a team doing a crazy make-em-up improv dub. First of all, that's impossible. If you know how technical dubbing anime is, you cannot improvise dubbing an anime. This anime dub was written by one person, and that was Stephen Foster. And what it is he allowed us to come up with some jokes on our own. If he liked some of our jokes and he thought they were funny and they fit the mouth flaps and kind of fit the tone of the episode, then he would insert them, giggity. But I had to do that. But I think the rules were, I could be wrong, there could be more rules than that, but I think it was that we had to keep the names the same, the historical names the same, and the basic plot structure the same, I believe. Yeah, so those are, to my knowledge, those are the 3 rules we had to follow.
What was your favorite line you got to say in the whole show?
Oh my goodness. Oh, there's so many to choose from.
You can say more than one.
I could. Thank you for the permission. All right. I could. I do love the joke that concludes with, good thing I speak barricade. And I do love, it's not that it's that funny, something cracks me up about whatever I decided to do with my voice for some reason, which was in the moment, and it's like, oh, he's laughing at himself, but it's just because I thought it was a stupid, weird choice that I made, but it just worked, where he was like, I'm not the music teacher, she's a bitch! I just thought that was funny for some reason, and I remember doing that, and Stephen Foster going, oh my god, I didn't expect you to do that. I'm like, oh, I know, that's why I'm an actor. I don't know, whatever. Yeah, there's lots of things Hajime says that I do find funny, but some I don't feel totally comfortable repeating. But also I love that moment where, have you ever wondered what was up with there's this moment where I literally go, Nani? So that's because whenever we're doing dubs, we have the Japanese in our ears, and the engineer and the director have the Japanese pumping out at them through the monitors until we lay down a dub track over them. So when we're watching the pre-roll of the scene, we're watching everything in Japanese. And there is just a proliferation of Japanese voice actors who very demonstratively say nani very emphatically. And so that's actually what Hajime says in that scene. And Stephen Foster was like, Patton, do it the way, you know, the way. And I was like, wait, you mean nani? That's it. That's the one. I was like, okay. And so we.
This is the Ghost Stories panel with Chris Patton.
Are you here for Ghost Stories?
Yeah.
Wow. Sorry.
Wait to see.
We'll do some review once you've been seated.
Come on in. We are going to be doing some questions. We are going to be creating a line across the left side of the stage here.
There's room down in the front on the left. Treat it like a Southwest girl.
I was expecting a line, but I heard.
There's some seats over to the right over here.
Yeah.
There are even seats in the front row. Careful, you might get wet. Oh God, I didn't mean it that way either.
Welcome to the splash zone.
This is Ghost Stories after all.
It is a panel on ghost stories. Yes. Also, to re-clarify for anyone who's new, this is not a voice actor telling ghost stories. This is me talking about the dub of the anime Ghost Story. So, we've had a couple of questions so far. What you missed is, what were the 3 rules you had to follow? To the best of my knowledge and recollection, the rules were, we had to keep all the historical names of the ghosts the same, we had to keep all the characters' names the same, and we had to stick to the basic plot outline of the show. Then someone had asked me what my favorite line as Hajime was, and I was just saying some of my favorite Hajime lines. My chief of all probably being, oh, not the music teacher, she's a bitch! So, yeah.